Flight of the Crow's Wing presents waterfall hikes and paddling the French Broad River in the Cherokee National Forest of Tennessee, August 2022. For 3 months we'd been traveling the west and northwest. Now it was time to pick up our E-Pro and head east to work for a few months. Our next gig was another Amazon Camper Force adventure, this time outside of Nashville, Tennessee.
Only in the agony of parting do we look into the depths of love. It's George Eliot. It's all batten down. Hopefully this time the cover will stay on.
Hopefully this time the cover stays on and we're not covered in Texas dust.
And
once again, we used the Walnut RV Park in Vega, Texas to transfer our belongings between trailers. Then we hit the road for a few travel days to get to Tennessee. Our first stop was a campsite we've used before at the Mike Freeze Wattensaw Wildlife Management Area in Arkansas.
look familiar? Except it was sunny last time we were here. And we're all alone in the rain. I'll get some soap.
Give me some soap, I'll take a shower now.
We spent the next night at Natchez Trace State Park, and then we moved further east to the Newport KOA. We had plans to meet with our friends the Capers, so we made sure to arrive at the KOA early enough so we could scout out a suitable campsite in the nearby Cherokee National Forest. We'd heard rumors of a couple of nice campsites along the French Broad River. Unfortunately, the road leading to them was closed for repairs. We did find the Paint Creek campground was nearby and had sites available. It wasn't dispersed, and it wasn't free, but it was pretty, and it was well situated as a base for our explorations. With base camp established, we could easily go hiking to a waterfall, have a kayak float, take a scenic drive, and even do more hiking. With the arrival of our good friends Jay and Debbie, it was time to seek out the Squibb Creek Waterfall.
One of those bees is supposed to be silent.
Water in the background. Okay. You're doing it wrong, Beth. I'm just trying to help you, make you a better photographer.
What's she doing?
She is photographing the flower in the wrong direction with the wrong mode.
What kind of flower is it?
The rose, of course. Very pretty. It's a red rose, right, Beth? Did it make a nice picture?
Yes, I think.
Can I see it, peek it, so you can go back and do it right? Is it in focus, Beth? It looks so blurry.
I think that's your eyes, Jay.
Why did it do that?
I don't know, that's really cool. I love that.
Yeah, we're gonna go. I did that on purpose.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Nailed it. My guidance from the road led to a beautiful photograph that you'll see in the video now.
Video.
Picture or video?
Video.
Video. Content.
Speeding.
Speeding.
More red flowers.
They are on hinges though.
Well, you want to be close. This is a movement shot, so you're going to start here tight and then pan as we go into the danger.
The danger. Got it.
Are you ready?
Ready.
I say Samson.
Speeding.
Speeding.
Go across first.
All right.
Speeding.
Speeding!
What's with this buzzword?
You don't know?
No, I don't know.
How does she even get
speeding
directions on how to do stuff when you're
But she does it
videotaping
so
it?
poorly, I don't let her. Speeding
is? Speeding?
is
What?
the word for filming. So the camera is up to speed, it stretches the tape and won't be goofy, so it's speeding.
So the only thing goofy in it will be you, not knowing
Saying
what
not knowing speeding is.
Alright, go on across. Speeding! Some more, still speeding.
I have a feeling this video is going to be all humor and no seriousness
Well, we
about
don't know. One of us might get attacked by a bear yet. There's still hope. There's still hope. Well, they said 12 creek crossings, so keeping your shoes dry I don't think is going to happen, but good luck.
Thanks.
The thing is, you don't have to worry about keeping your socks dry if you don't wear socks. I am smart. SMRT.
Over.
The hike is listed as moderate on the All Trails app, and I think that's an accurate description. The falls themselves were a nice place to have lunch.
Oh, astronaut ice cream sandwich.
Yeah, 'cause the real ones melt.
Eating. What you making, Jay?
Chicken fried rice.
Chicken fried rice. And where?
Of course, an ice cream sandwich.
Sam will be jealous.
Timing on a hike, what you need.
An ice cream sandwich.
Kodak
Snowflake.
enjoyed playing in the water all the way up the trail and at the waterfall. Although I sometimes wonder what she thinks about us taking pictures of the waterfalls instead of just playing in the water.
So Jay, tell us some tips about taking videos
And photos.
of waterfalls. Give us some of your secrets. Secrets.
You need depth and foreground.
Depth and foreground. Got it. So what are you using for a foreground?
Yeah, as you can see, I'll take 3 pictures. I'm using these little leaves here as my foreground.
And what kind of plants are they?
Poison ivy.
Nope.
They are too. It's green.
Nope.
Ask Clay Clark. All green things are poison ivy.
Nope. If you were to touch it, what will happen? Why is your left knee almost touching another one, and soon you will regret it? Because it's stinging nettle! Alright, so you got stinging nettle in the foreground. And what else? Lack of sunshine,
Long exposure.
long exposure.
And if you brought it, a neutral density filter helps.
A what? A
Neutral
UV filter. Okay.
Neutral density.
Neutral density.
To allow longer exposure. So if you notice, if you have a small tripod, it's better than, say, balancing your camera on a rock over the water. Hi, James.
He can't hear you.
Fine, man.
Oh.
I mean, look. Stable. Look. I can kick my tripod, nothing moves.
He's got a point. Can I kick your tripod?
Let me get kids first.
Foreground. Depth. Hold still. Imagine it's a little bit. I found it at the waterfall. Found it. How do two snails fight?
They
How do they?
slug it out. Yeah, I was going to say, this one's easy hiking because we've got 12 waterfalls and blades and that stuff. Cool. What else have you found on here that we can do while we're in the area? Got any?
All in all, this hike took us 5 miles in just over 4 hours. And that includes stopping for lunch and photographs. Before embarking on our paddle trip, Elizabeth got on the French Broad River Paddle Trail website, FrenchBroadPaddle.com. This site is full of handy helpies and information, all presented in an easy-to-read and very friendly format. It includes river gauges for multiple sites along the river, including if the river is runnable at its current flow rate. It also has an interactive map with locations of rapids, campsites, and river access points. Could you float this river without all this information? Yes. Could you float this river without going over Class 3 rapids unexpectedly? Probably not. We put in at the Murray Branch Boat Launch. This section of river we paddled on was an easy paddle with long stretches of steady flowing water, a few riffles, occasional Class 1 rapids, and a couple of possible Class 2s, depending on the day, the flow rate, and what line you choose. It made for a relaxing and fun day with just a little bit of excitement. Our takeout was just past the Wolf Creek Bridge.
Deb versus the river. Alright, first set of rapids here. Do we go to the left or the right? Looks like more water's flowing on the left, but I can't really tell. Alright, I'm going to concentrate on Deb because she's the only one doing anything interesting.
That's what I thought you were doing anyway.
See, if I'm the last one down, I get to be in everybody's footage.
Ah, I just hit a rock sideways.
The scenery was pretty, with rock formations, a couple of railroad trestles, and we didn't see anyone else all day long. And there's Deb, getting all touchy-feely with the rocks again. We did stop for lunch at the campsites that we couldn't reach by road. They would have made a really nice place to stay. Only one of us, I ended up swimming by accident that day.
What happened?
I went down a little waterfall, and my boat went totally underwater.
Wow.
That's
Totally.
what mine did.
Totally underwater, and
Wow.
my skirt just went poof,
Oh
and
my
I got
goodness.
filled up.
My,
I was just barely floating.
my skirt stayed on and my boat just popped up and I stayed dry, but I went totally underwater too.
My skirt just collapsed.
Yeah, we gotta fix that.
All too soon, we could see the Wolf Creek Bridge. It's a really pretty bridge when you're on the river. I bet most people driving over it don't realize how much care was put into its aesthetics when it was built. This paddle took us 8.9 miles in 3 hours and 46 minutes, including a 20-minute stop for lunch. The next day, we took a drive along the forest roads, also known as a tootle.
They're very popular.
I'm thinking he's digging it out of my brain. It might be have an edible root. It's a something like that, like a biblical name. But I don't think so. Actually, looking at it, I think they're relative of coneflowers. This is like coneflower leaves. I would have to take a picture and then check on.
A white one. Or just have a white.
We stopped at the Rich Mountain Fire Tower. Here, we had cell service, and Jay got the message that his mother had passed. She'd been in hospice, so it wasn't unexpected. We were saddened to hear this news, but it did mean her suffering was at an end. It also meant that our friends had to cut their trip short to be with family. Over the last few days, Jay and Debbie had told us stories about his mom, and it sounded like she was a great lady, and we know that they will miss her. We would be missing our friends over the next few days. Adventures are more fun when shared. But we know family is important too, and we are grateful for the time we had with them. By the time we'd got back to camp, we'd driven 27 miles in 3.5 hours. A couple of days later, Beth and I decided to hike the Margaret Falls Trail. It's a relatively short hike of 2.4 miles with an elevation gain of 623 feet. The falls were pretty, but they were hard to enjoy without our friends. The hike itself was uneventful, but I did struggle when Beth told me to go stand by the falls for scales. It was a little slippy. There, now you know how tall the waterfall is. It's about 8 Jameses high. This was a quick hike for us at only 2 hours and 20 minutes. And now, for some outtakes.
Why are we all grumpy?
I'm not grumpy.
Having a period PMS or what? Is that going in the video? PMS?
Yep. That's content, baby.
What's that?
Content.
Content, babe.
Flip. I have no idea what I was doing when I took this picture.
Or why you didn't delete it.
Oh, really? just went into a hole.
In there. Didn't even know there was a...
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and check out our channel for more content.